Welcome to the Grandshelt Knights podcast. We are currently on podcast number 39, Octopath Traveler. We got ourselves 4 new units, Teresa, Therion, Primrose, and Ulberic. I'm your host Panda, and here we have Zero,
Hello.
and we also got Kuja with us. He's back.
Hello.
So, we got all these 4 units to go over. We're going to have also the Brigand's Den event for them, their raid, and the March of the Demons, and we're going to explain everything about these units and what we recommend. So,
Oh, and we have a guest as well.
Yeah.
Devil Fizz Kenshi. Shout out to you.
yeah, he helped us out here. But to start us off, we're going to start off with Teresa. The good old, she's a young girl born and raised in the coastlands of Ostera, a land in the faraway world. Her parents own a general store where she works as a shop girl, assisting with stocking, inventory, and other day-to-day tasks.
Wow.
Honestly, because there's Octopath, there are 8 of them. I'm hoping that there's another banner with the other 4 of them.
Oh,
It's 8.
I want them to bring them back again, like a part 2.
Yeah, they all should have been like 5-star units in my opinion. But I guess some can't be. So whatever.
I am loving that sprite though.
It's cute.
Like a little
It's very
treasure gal.
Hunter. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
her TMR is dreams of a wider world. I don't know
Wider
why I was going for Winder.
I thought it was Wilder, but it's wider.
Yeah, but it's attack and magic 20% and EXP boost by 25.
It's fine.
Yeah, the 25 boost is pretty fine, especially if you're a newer player, and also the attack and magic if you're a newer player as well. So
Yeah,
Pretty
I think
decent,
I think it's pretty good, honestly.
especially for this raid event, if you want to raise some units.
But this unit sucks. Like, really bad. So,
All right, so continuing on to the kit.
it has nothing
Panda.
good in it. Nothing good in it.
Well, you can't just say that without going over it. People want to know.
Let's quickly glance.
Having to steal Gil from 80 to 100% chance, so.
That's terrible.
Dude, steal Gil. Stealing Gil. 1
And
MP.
it's not 100%. That's stupid. It's the dumbest thing ever. This unit sucks.
Well, guess
I
what?
mean, there's no situation where you would ever use her. Even her, basically her 80 skill, which gives her unlocking stronger skills, is terrible.
Yeah, let's see. Those unlocking skills are just imperils and more mirage.
Hmm.
Ooh, she unlocks Mirage.
Whoa.
Although, if this was not an unlock that negate 2 physical damage, like a double Mirage, this actually would be really cool. This would be really good. If it wasn't an unlock skill.
Mm-hmm.
But it's terrible. It's
MP refresh and healing overtime though is pretty good.
again as an unlock skill.
Sadly, but she also has the rare item drop rate boost, so it's good to have.
Yes.
I'd still keep one of her because it's a limited unit. I like to keep at least 1 of each limited unit.
Yeah, and if you're new, then farming unit, you need a farming unit. She can help you.
And her,
Yeah, 50% shoes off, definitely. Let's move on to Therion.
yeah, Therion is a thief, which is, I like him. I like this guy. Never played the game, but he looks cool.
I like his purple E thing sprite going on there.
Yeah, like edgelord.
TMR is a very interesting TM
It's
that
very
has
good.
pros and cons attached to it. So, Theoran Scarf allows you to get 25% evasion, but it also decreases the chance of being targeted by 50%.
Put that on your
So it's
provoker. Oh boy, you're gambling with the devil.
Well,
25% evasion.
it.
Yeah. So that if you have because the active provoke overwrites camouflage, right? But most of the time when you have a covered tank, you kind of want um, you want them to do some innate provoke. This is gonna erase this innate provoking on any tank that you have, right? So if you have like Wilhelm, you put this
50%.
on, it's gonna remove his innate provoke entirely, right?
Which is
You put two on
yikesy.
and you put two on and he's going backwards now. He's not gonna be covering. He's not gonna. Sorry, he's not gonna provoke.
The
anymore.
real
Only
meaning
if he's
of
your
not
provoke
wanting to
tank.
get hit.
Only if he's your provoke tank. If he's covering, it won't matter.
Yeah, if you're covering, this is actually really good. Like units like Lilith, Bosch, and Chow are gonna love this. Chow especially because he already
Bark,
has yeah, innate camouflage. So it's actually pretty not bad. And if you plan to make support unit cover,
Yeah.
this is actually really good. You can build an innate provoker by having everybody else wear one. You know?
Well, yeah, and the fact it's more like this is a 4-star unit. You can get free trust Muggles,
Evasion!
so it's very easy to build evasion now.
Yeah.
Like, ridiculously
So
easy now.
Especially,
I would
if,
recommend you throw some 4-star tickets at this just to get a couple of these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
for
that the unit's like super good, but
Yeah.
but the TM is definitely worth tickets.
Now the unit himself.
Stealer. He's a thief.
Yeah.
But,
He doesn't even have like extra chance of getting items in crap. It's pretty terrible.
By the way, he had a upgrade in global. Now he has the steal that randomly steals or steals and do damage, guys.
whoa, it's Wallaway. Waylay.
Except Waylay does to everybody.
And better damage.
And
But
it steals Gil at the same time.
His unlocks, though, more breaks, but it's not.
I don't know. He's not.
He's not that
He's not
great, sadly.
No.
But
His TM is
He-
great, but he is not.
Still, yeah, he still has the issue like what's her face where he has to unlock
to do better
better
things.
skills.
But
And,
his are just
yeah.
worse, truthfully.
Yeah. Yep. Nothing special about him at all.
No.
Even his limit. Yikes.
Yeah, no. I mean, he's just like
Yep. Even
Oh.
for 4-star level in this guy.
High speed is one of his innate passives, and it just starts off at the start of battle, and it just gives him a mirage.
Yeah. Again, you're never gonna really use this because he doesn't do anything.
He doesn't give anything
he's-
to help out.
No, and he's not even a good like farming unit because he doesn't give you any boost to items.
Yeah,
Nope.
sadly.
It's weird. So
Let's move on to
garbage.
The cream of the crop.
Primrose.
No, let's do Albrecht first. 'cause
Oh,
I
okay,
think
well-
you-
See,
you
I
wanna
think
explain.
Ulbricht's way better than Primrose.
Yeah,
I think
but
Primrose
she's
is
easier to explain. He's easier to explain though.
sure.
Alright, so Ulbrich, the swordsman.
Yeah,
His
so-
TMR is 40% HP, defense spirit 20%, and increasing paralyzed resistance by 100%.
Yeah.
That is
Very good.
really close to adamantine. Because adamantine.
Yeah,
either
yeah.
one.
Yeah,
But
no, it probably is.
the
actually worth
trade-off-
it.
the
It's-
trade-
it's
the-
definitely.
the trade-off to those two is just this gets 20% defense and spirit instead of the 10% defense and spirit from adamantine.
Yeah, adamantine
50.
gets 10%. This is 20%,
Yeah, and
and
And you get
adamantine
10
has
more
50
HP.
HP. This has
this is
40.
40.
It's a very good TMR, and it's got
Yeah.
paralyzer resistance on it.
Is
It is
it
one
good
of the
enough to use in a trust container? Sorry, a Moogle container.
ye- it is.
Depends.
It is.
Depends on
It
your
depends on what you
situation.
have. Depends on what you have. If you've got like lots of TMR, like good tanking TMRs and STMRs, I'd say you probably don't need it.
Pass on it.
But I mean, it's an upgrade to pretty much any non-STMR. Um, just to make you tanky.
Yeah.
There's not a lot that's better outside of giving you, like Krilla's TMR is better, but it's kind of a different situation.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a straight up upgrade over, say, Veritas of the Earth, or not Veritas of the Earth,
Sieg.
Seaguard. Yeah, it's a
Siegi,
straight up
Siegi,
upgrade
Sieg.
over Seaguard. It's a straight up upgrade over Patriotic Recall, or Gustmane, or any of those normal
Materials.
TMR. Yeah, that's 30% HP and 20% defense. Like, this is just way better than that.
Mm-hmm. And his
I think.
oh, sorry, go for it.
No, I was gonna say I think it's okay, but I'd probably like because he's a time limited unit. I would probably want to know what's going to be in the future to replace this or something. A TM that can be stronger than this. Be instead of investing in this banner is what I mean. Like
Yeah.
we
Mm.
may get better TMs from I don't know, maybe Warrior of Light, maybe Galoof, maybe like they're not time limited. That's the problem with this guy right now.
Well, I mean, to pull on him, sure, but like
Yeah.
for his TMR is solid.
It is pretty
Um,
solid.
and it's if you decide to use a trust Moogle on it, or in a trust container, I
Then
wouldn't
be your guy.
fault you for it. It's very good.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, and
It's
his
pretty neat.
STMR is also pretty good. The only drawback to it is it's a light armor, but it's a light armor with 1,000 HP, 62 defense, and 55 spirit, which also gives you Ulbrich's Surcoat, which is another 10% HP, and attack and defense 20%.
Hehe, spicy. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's the drawback is it's light armor. A lot of other
Tanks.
tanks outside of Ulbrich have
Heavy armor passives.
passives with heavy armor. Some don't, and some have multiple different kinds of armor that give different passives.
Mm-hmm.
But just keep that in mind that it's not a heavy armor; it's a light armor. So
If it was a heavy armor, that would have been such a. Oh my god, it would have been amazing.
oh yeah, it'd be. Well, it'd be at least on par with Wilhelm STM.
Yeah, but it's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
So despite his TM and STMR and his overmanly name,
Orbelek.
let's see. Yeah, let's look at his kit. What does he have, and how does it compare to what we
Well,
already have?
He's
I
got,
mean, he's a
Take
AoE cover tank, physical. He can provoke.
And provoker.
Yeah. His cover. I mean, his cover is better than what we currently have for a physical tank, which makes him better because his cover lasts for 5 turns. His normal cover.
that gives him
and
more stuff
with-
to do.
Right. And that's a good thing because, I mean, he can actually do some damage because he's got defensive scaling abilities, which is okay.
Yeah.
A lot of his other abilities upgrade into better versions of themselves if you use his cool. So, he does some breaks to defense and attack, which is odd because it's usually attack and magic that you care about, or defense. I mean, because defense and spirit breaks are okay, but the ones that you really care are the attack and magic.
Yeah.
His upgraded abilities, his break actually upgrades into 60%. That's a full break, which is good. It not great, but good, good enough. His cover plus ability also upgrades into an 80% chance to cover with 60 to 80% mitigation for 5 turns. Um, that's just a straight up better cover than what we have right now. So
Yeah.
yeah. He also counters with a damage mitigation buff, which is nice. Uh,
So the thing about this guy, right, is the way I look at him is what is his rotation is going to be like. Chances are he's going to be cover, then provoke, right, and then you're going to use his cooldown to unlock, right,
right.
his heavier skills. When you use that cooldown, that's 3 turns right there. Then you're going to either get the stronger one. By that time, you should have his LB up to use his LB,
Yeah.
right?
Well, his LB is
Um,
cheap, and his LB is basically think of CG Charlotte, but for well, physical damage,
physical.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. For his
Yeah. I
But
mean,
LB.
it's 40% mitigation, not 50,
with
right?
with the physical cover.
Yeah.
The only
Um,
only problem is that physical cover lasts for 3. His castable cover lasts for 5 turns. But it's the
yeah.
same exact one as his normal cover. It's not as cover plus on
It
his
should
LB.
have been. It honestly, it should have been a stronger one in my opinion. If the damage, if the mitigation to everybody is slightly less, it's sorry, not slightly. 40% is a big difference. Then I think his cover should have been stronger, in my opinion.
Mm,
His it should have been 100% at least.
I mean, that's pretty powerful on an LB, to be honest. Activate cover. That's really powerful because I mean,
Check.
it basically
Hmm.
you're getting a buff for the entire party and activating your cover. It's basically giving a tank dual cast, more or less. The
I
only
get.
drawback to that is, I mean, a lot of his abilities are kind of like they're fine. They're not
The
great.
best.
So he's gonna have a lot of time when he's not where he doesn't necessarily have something good to do. Because
Yep.
he doesn't give you any real supporty abilities where a lot of other tanks can do that. Like, I mean, his one buff is kind of crappy. It's only 120% for attack and defense, and then 50% defense and spirit break resistance, which is, I mean, again, and something like that, if it's not 100%, it's 0. So
Yep. So he definitely has like he's not any in any way a perfect tank. He just does what the tank does slightly better in
yeah,
some things, you know. He
yeah,
does have the innate guts with his TM,
which is good.
and yeah,
But
which
a
is
lot of
really
the,
good.
I mean, tanks do have that. Like Wilhelm has that.
Yeah, Wilhelm.
I think Seaguard does
Sieghart does
too.
not.
I don't think it's 100%. I think he does have a guts,
I don't think he does.
but I mean, it's not anything special. Let's put it that way. It's not special. He is better than what we currently have for a physical tank. That's for sure.
The downside to him is
Is
Galoof
Galuf?
is really soon.
Yep, Galoof and Warrior of Light are both not that far off, and they are
A
like
pimp
the
slap to
next
him.
tier of tank.
And honestly, my one issue with him is that there are better sources to get 50% mitigation now. That him having the 40% on his LB for everybody is okay, but it would have been nicer if maybe you could have it stack, or maybe you should get like a pod 153 and stack that mitigation along with his to help it out, because it is a physical cover in any, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, he would still need assistance is what I'm saying. You
Yeah,
know,
I mean, and yeah, I mean, yeah. The thing is with Olbrich also, he's not even the greatest provoke tank because I just think Laswell kind of takes the cake there. Well, Aloha Laswell,
which we'll
It's
talk about tomorrow.
right? But again, I mean, he's better than Sigart. He's better than Wilhelm currently. His main issue is he's not so much better that I would pull for him over waiting. I mean, honestly, waiting for Galoof might be.
the smarter choice.
I would say that. I mean, that's probably max 4 weeks away. Max. Um, and Warrior of Light is a month and a half, probably away.
Yeah.
2 months, something like that. He's not that far off, and they are like the next tier tank.
Yeah, but at the same time,
But
if
and
you
you can also UOC both of them, which you can't UOC Olbrich.
Yep.
at the
Hence
sa-
the reason why I'm a little sketchy about, the TM being that valuable enough to pull for him. You know?
Well, no, you don't need to pull for his TM. I mean, we've
just Prism.
gotten Moogle Prisms that, again, this his
No, no,
TM is
no.
probably worth.
I know. I'm talking about people who want his TM, who don't have a container. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, would you? I would pull on the banner honestly more to get the 3 and the 4-star unit. I think his TMR is significantly better, and then if you get Olbrich or
Or
Primrose,
Primrose.
essentially, you, you know, cool, you got a good TM.
At the same
And
And
time,
speaking,
if you
Mhm.
enjoy these units, if you like them in that game, go for it. Enjoy the units you want. For
Yep.
me,
yeah,
I, I I fucking use Randy here. I'm like
Yeah,
one of
if
the few
it,
people that use Randy.
and honestly, okay, so honestly, if you're lacking physical tank, he's not a bad option to have in your
no,
in with you at all. He's definitely pretty good, right? You don't
I
have
yeah,
Seaguard, you don't have Wilhelm. He's definitely really good to put in your, you know.
I see Ulbrich as a really fun unit, truthfully.
I do really like that he has defense scaling abilities. Like if you don't have another time limited like Victor, um, he's gonna do areola chaining, so he's gonna help out.
yeah. But again, they've sort of shied away from the aerial array chaining, so there's less
Randy.
units that do it now, if that makes sense. So it's less desirable. Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
there are
you
much
want somebody.
more units that do it. Yeah.
No, I mean, more recent units don't have aerial array. They a lot of them have bolting strike. Um,
Randy and Esther, LB,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
and
AR,
okay.
and a lot of
Elena
people use
has
it.
AR.
Hmm.
Yeah, Elena has AR. She's you can't say she's old.
Yeah.
Well, she's not old, but again, you're looking at AZ being more and
I think
disorder and
AZ basically
AC's more for
more,
mages.
and it's more like a replacement chaos wave, but not really a replacement because we still get chaos wave as well.
yeah. No, I mean, it just you got to keep that in mind too. I mean, there are less units now that have there are less significantly good units now that use aerial array. Um, there are still units that do, so it's not like it's dead, but it's not as good as it used to be.
Hmm. I would pull for him if I didn't waste 20,000 lapis on those bundles.
So speaking
I
of
mean,
giving this guy support, let's look at the support unit.
Yeah.
Primrose.
Primrose.
Prim.
Yeah, so her
Good
necklace is
lord.
actually extremely good. It's 40 flat spirit, and I believe it's 40%.
It's pretty much Aerith's
Spirit.
STMR.
Yeah, well, half of it. Half of it.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's good. It's good, not great. I would value Ulbrich's TMR higher than hers. Because this is really just giving you, you know,
A lot of
more
spirit
spirit, which is good for a healer.
and
Is it
decent
good for a tank?
okay magic on top of it. So it's made for a unit like her that does a lot of spirit abilities, and
Or
honestly,
or you could put it on Lilla.
oh
Ooh,
yeah,
this is
this would
perfect
be
for Lilla.
incredible on Lila,
Yeah, always gotta go on Lilla.
and also
Except
giving Lila
Lilith
guts.
sucks. So why would you
Giving
use
Lila
him?
guts to boot. Oh my
Yo,
god.
That's her that's
STMR.
her STMR,
Sorry, her SDMR.
Hey, but
which
still.
No.
is
Ooh.
still better used on like 100 units more than Lila.
Psh. Sorry, we like to use fun units.
Yeah, except Lila's not fun. She's just
Lila
bad.
is a lot of fun.
I use Randy.
Okay, so
Anyway, Primrose's kit is
now there's one thing I'm to mention about Primrose before going forward. Her global upgrades changed some of her skills. Now she has like chaining abilities, one and two. Um,
Her
it's
cooldown.
defensive. Sorry, it's spirit scaling. It's no longer magic. So her having a TM with magic in it seems a little weird now, and her passives also her base stats also are more in the magic side. So I'm not sure if they're gonna change or they're gonna like they need to fix that a little bit because she's still based on her JP counterpart without her base levels, even though she's meant for entirely spirit only.
well,
You know,
I mean, she's
There's
really
no
a
point-
buffer.
there's no
And-
point for her having magic at all.
No, not really. And they gave her triple cast, I believe, right? Or is she unlocked?
Triple
that?
cast permanent.
Yeah, she has permanent triple casts.
I believe that's what.
Well,
Yeah, that this isn't dual performance is not 2 times. It's not updated on the wiki.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so
Because
the
I was gonna
triple
say,
cast-
I was gonna say like that. It, yeah. Because I thought she
Yeah.
had triple cast.
Yeah.
So her triple cast is only for her damage deal, so
Oh.
it's only for Chaos Wave.
So, see, again, she's a buffer, but you have to ramp her skills up basically, and it's not. In my
Honestly,
opinion,
she
it
would've
doesn't
been-
make her better than what we currently have. Global has better buffers than JP did.
She is
As in,
also
like Zargaboth, Sylvie. Sylvie still destroys her,
But-
utility wise.
but-
and Zargaboth I think is better too.
Here's the thing. She has Dark Imbue. Boom.
So
That makes her 10 times better than those units.
She has
No.
a unique ability of imbuing other allies with dark, and that's about the only unique thing about her.
yeah, I mean she gets killers, cool,
Also, this
but
Not- the
cooldown.
killers aren't even that strong.
no,
The
they're
killers
not.
are
I know they're
50%.
20%, which is kind of
And-
garbage.
And the thing is, her Chaos Wave darks, their resistance is right now. We just got Grimlord, who has 80% dark resistance down. She has like 55, and her unlocked stronger one is 60. It does go up to 80, but it's still you have to unlock it.
You know, I
100
mean,
to one enemy and 80 to all enemies.
I'm just not a I mean, even her buff, her LB is 200% if you max out her LB, which is good, but those kind of buffs, honestly, are the weakest buffs. Like they're the ones that give you the least amount of bang for your buck. So like the 200% sounds like a good number, but comparing it to, even being able to throw mitigation on yourself on the party, which is a much better buff.
Yeah.
And a lot of the damage dealers buff themselves 200 to 250% normally, so the attack and magic is wasted.
Okay.
You're just buffing your defensive stats.
Quick
So-
thing, sorry, because a viewer, Grant Bubsy, was asking about how distance we are from having these newer units, like the newest units in JP, like having uh, Sephiroth and Riku, since they just got released in JP. It mainly depends on licensing and all the legal
Well,
stuff for that.
Mm,
Then,
I mean,
at the same time, on what they already have scheduled beforehand,
right. Well, I
as
mean,
what had happened.
it's not like Global didn't know what JP's doesn't know what JP's doing.
Yeah,
They know.
and yes, we
So we, I
global.
mean,
Kuja,
we could
Kuja,
get
Kuja.
Sephiroth next week,
Kuja.
but yeah,
Like I was saying, JP had this banner like a couple weeks before Ashura, and then after that, for us, we got it just now, and we're pretty late for this banner. And then there was like Kingdom Hearts banner over there in JP. It was pretty, but we got it a month later.
we got it.
Yeah, we got
later.
we
we
or
got it.
2 weeks.
I
Yeah,
mean, again,
It
they
was
could do
early.
the same thing. They could do the same thing with Sephiroth and what was it, Riku? But we don't know. And again, they would end up if they release it in like 2 weeks or whatever, like they did the older Kingdom Hearts banner. We wouldn't get the same units.
And either way, I kind of feel like next month it might be it because Cloud and Sora still are waiting for their upgrade.
Yeah, but we also got to realize that like Galuf and Kefka and what was the other one? Krill are all a raid 2.
Yeah, but still, we're still.
Yeah, I
Still
mean,
nice.
again, they gotta.
Oh, that is a good thing that Grant Bubsy had brought up. Maybe they'll bring it whenever the newest DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, which would be
When's
the
that
smartest.
supposed to happen?
I don't remember when it is, but it's actually pretty soon. So,
all right, so we'll we'll finish Primrose and then we'll take more questions. If that's all right with you guys.
yeah,
Um,
I could work with that, but
So the one thing that no problem, Busby, thanks a lot. The one thing I will say about her rotation that sort of makes her seem kind of good, is that a lot of her stuff she gets for like 5 turns with her unlock. So if you unlock her stuff, most of her skills she can use for a 5-turn stuff, which is really nice.
Yeah.
5-turn rotations are pretty good. The problem with it is that you do have a turn to unlock it, so it's not really 5, it's more like 4.
also one thing
Yeah.
I don't like about Primrose is how RNG heavy this cooldown is. You are taking a huge roll.
Yeah, this is just like if you want to
Oh yeah.
Roll the
slap
dice.
something in there. Yeah, if you just want to slap something in there to randomize, it's fine. But
All of
kind
it is good,
Again-
besides the monsters summoned forth, because that would be pretty much a finishing skill. But
Oh yeah. You would. I mean that would be one of the worst ones to get.
yeah,
And again, random abilities kind of suck.
Yep. The
So
thing is, all of these abilities, if she had these abilities in her kit innately, she would be really good.
yep.
Like 50% mitigation for 5 turns, damn good. She had this all buff for 180% for 5 turns, good. HPMP 100%. All of these would be amazing to have than it being a randomized skill.
Yeah. No. I mean the random abilities are pretty garbage all around. I think it's kind of just because I mean, a lot of the time you want to use specific things,
Yep.
and you know, throwing something to chance where you are looking for 100% HP and MP heal to save your team, and you get the magic damage.
I also want to bring
And-
this up for the unlocks. Also for the pluses, the killers go up to 40% and the buffs are 160s. That helps out a little bit more, but
They should have been
behind a lock,
50%.
it's locked away from a cooldown.
They should have
Yeah.
been 50% at least.
Yep.
If it's they, I don't know. She's just too little, too late in my.
Yeah. I mean, again, Global has significantly better supports than JP
Yeah.
had. Because when she came out on JP, everybody wanted her because she was actually really good for JP. But Global has Sylvie and Zargaboth, who are both better, in my opinion, than her. They do more things are going to help you just live. This unit, to me, is more of a like a buffer that is going to give you some damage.
Yep.
And we
Yep.
even have that already anyway.
Yeah,
Rivera.
look Grimlord Sakura. She's a dark chainer. She also has support ability.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know,
but I'm
like,
talking more of like um, Rivera.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
Rivera's also pretty good.
Rivera's a damage buffer.
Well, I don't
It's
really
A
count
better
her.
damage
So-
buffer, in my opinion.
another thing.
Well, no, I mean you can use her as to make anybody into a cover tank. But again, she's in there a lot of the time to buff your damage. Like she buffs your LB damage,
Oh
she
yeah.
your killers, and that's better than just buffing your killers and your stats anyway.
that is
Your LB
true.
damage.
And
So.
it's funny because right here, Apex Catfish, he put in that having Elena and Sylvie straight up for the stat buff is covered by Sylvie,
Yeah.
then Elena's LB, and that's it. Like
Alright, well,
using
the thing
that
is-
that combo, then they're like seeing this, like she's not needed.
No, and the thing
like
is,
it all depends
the
on your team
200%
comp.
stat buff, like I was saying earlier, a lot of damage dealers buff their own stats with abilities. So they buff it 250%, 200%, and that's already, negating her one, major,
Yep.
strength.
Her uniqueness is not really there.
Yeah.
She's not unique. There's a lot of people who do what she does it. You know. You're talking about dark damage, a lot of better dark damage Chaos Wave Chainers. If you're talking about buffs, there are a lot of easier buffs. If you're talking about dark resistance, look, Nicole has dark resistance. That's better. She's a better unit all round. She just doesn't offer anything, honestly, that anybody can find anywhere else.
Yeah, you get a Primrose. Be happy with her TM, I guess.
The TMR
But
is
I
just pretty
wouldn't
much the
put-
best part.
Mm-hmm. Like she's fine. If you don't have a buffer, I guess you could use her.
Yep. If you're a fan of these units, by all means, she's nice. She's usable. She's not terrible buffer in the same way that Neverending Hope was. She's very usable. She just doesn't offer any, unique.
Yeah. Nothing special.
Except for her
nothing...
dark imbuing. Except for her.
Yeah.
That is true, but anyways, that's what we gotta say about Primrose.
Let's move on to the event. And that's basically all that we're, doing.
The
here.
Brigand's Den.
No, yeah, the
Is-
Brigand's Den, and then the boss.
Yes, Kuja.
For the-
yes.
yeah.
The Brigand's
Anyway, Brigand's Den.
What about the rewards?
in
Are
this.
the rewards any good?
The Dark Imbue is
Sorry.
also at 120. Apex. Her Dark Imbue is at 120. She has an amazing
Oh.
sprite.
By the way, this dagger, this Octopath dagger, when crafting it, I didn't see any light resistance on it.
It's like Beatrix's
It's like-
TMR.
Yeah, and like Nyx's dagger, it doesn't show you, but it's there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, who the hell would want to craft this? It doesn't have the light.
These.
I mean, these materials aren't terrible.
Yeah, hey, you want to counter back that the 4 stars TMR? There you go.
Well, I mean, again, there isn't anything that does that, so it's there.
Chance of being targeted?
Yeah, and well, increase and decrease.
I would say this is like usually when we want to make an innate provoke tank. You might be missing a 10% here and there, so that's actually not bad. I would probably never use the attack one.
I'd use
The
the
defense
defense
one
one.
is fine. Yeah, exactly. You're never gonna use the attack one, really.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's I like that
Yeah.
since we got the 10% bonus, but
I mean,
yeah.
yeah. And the Octopath Spear, which is supposed to be the best item, isn't that good?
I feel like the
Yeah,
dagger was the better one because if
Mhm.
they bumped it up to like at least like 40 and added that as the top, I would not complain about it.
here's the thing, right? We have a staff that gives light resistance 20%, but the only benefit to having the dagger is the high tide that you can slap onto it. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Well, yeah, but it's also a weapon that's got resistance on it. That doesn't happen very often.
I guess. Yeah.
But still, just make sure you
It's
guys
good.
do the raid. All their Moogles are in there. Best of luck to
Yep.
get to those
Wait,
tickets.
does the spear require a rare item?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it
requires
does.
the rare item.
Oh, I'm not gonna craft that.
But the boss is human, so slap on those human killers and beat the living crap out of it.
You also
I
gotta-
hope you guys get the max amount of damage, 1 billion. If you can reach 1 billion damage to get more out of this raid event.
So wait, is there only one Octopath ticket in the rewards? It looks like it.
Let's see.
That's pointless.
There's one right there.
Octopath Traveler. Yep, there's only one.
Yeah.
So wait, how are you? You're supposed to do a 10+1 at least to get the other one,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
Oh, that
you need
sucks.
5.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So you pretty
That
much have to do the step up.
You have to do
Or-
step up or do 4 of the 10+1.
Yeah. I mean, there's Arsha Talisman. That's good. You can get that for free out of the raid. That's good.
That is a good TMR. Especially good for starters, so.
Well,
Well,
I
I'm
mean, it's
sorry.
good for anybody.
After what's the name of that one?
Domino.
Oh, what?
craft?
Genbu Ring?
Yeah.
Yeah,
after
but
Genbu
again,
Ring,
you have to have a lot of the. You have to do a
Trophies
majority
done.
of the trophies to get that. So.
I guess.
Anyways. March of the Demons. Screw this fight. Screw this fight.
March of the Demons, guys.
So the reward is the shrine offering. And
Did you guys do it yet? By the
I
way,
already beat it on the first day.
I didn't have a chance yet to do it. I've been on vacation, so.
All
so-
right. So the rewards of this are really good.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
the shrine offering is a accessory with 30 magic, 10 defense, 10 spirit, and it comes with 15% resistance to fire, water, wind, and earth. Resistances are always welcome. Plus magic? That makes it better.
Yep.
Yeah, and
The-
I recommend catfish. Ape. I'm gonna call you ape catfish. I think it's definitely worth trying to get it down just for those rewards are really worth getting. Even if you the no K one, don't bother with that one. 10 lapis you're getting out of it. See if you can get it done.
Yeah, but
The fight.
at the same time, just look at Mars's video. He just
Yeah,
did it with
easier
Shadow.
ways. There are easier ways to do it.
Yeah.
There are people that will put up leads for it. But anyways,
Yep,
the
I would
katana,
I mean,
two-handed, water, 120.
with bolting strike ability on it too.
Yep, 50% accuracy and 105 to 155.
That's pretty
Is
nice.
yeah, pretty good variance. So get it. This fight
Is this
starts
a
off with a
stronger version
preemptive.
of his of the free one? The
Yeah.
Water dragon. Okay.
Basically.
Yeah, evade is sadly pretty much required for this.
Yeah, but evade is much more easily
Well-
accessible now.
Yes, it is, but we're just saying. This fight has a lot of dots. He
Yep,
imperils
and
you
they
by
hurt.
200%, and the dots go off fire damage, and ugh, gets annoying.
Yep.
I will say there are some star units here that shine that could help you a lot. So seeing as the boss has is
50% resistances.
50% resistant to status ailments, you
Use
can
bad breath.
use a couple that I know of. One being Zahn, who has 100% paralyze in his kit.
Bad breath.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about specific ones that you want to do. The reason why random abilities are fine, but you want the boss to not move, right? You want the boss to not do anything. Paralyze is your best bet because paralyze lasts for a couple of turns. You can paralyze a boss a couple, maybe 3 times or four, and then he shrugs off the resistance. The other one you can do after that is sleep, right? That you could get him, basically get him down for 1 turn and basically hit him on and do it again. So the only units that can do that as well, the other one that I can think of is Veritas of the Water, has 2 skills that are 100% paralyzed and 100% sleep, right? They can help you incapacitate the boss for at least maybe 6 to 8 turns, long enough for you to do damage to take them out. Right? You're gonna have to worry about the dots on you, and that's the only thing, right? Right? And the initial attack is probably the worst that you'll have to put up with. And I'm not sure if you can charm it, by the way,
I don't think you
but
can. Wait, no.
yeah, usually bosses
They're
don't.
usually immune to it.
Yeah.
But
Um,
this fight's
the
just
other one,
annoying.
the other thing about trying to this boss, if you have initially in like if you have a Rico's wingsuit, it'll probably help you um, uh, get away from the initial attack. Any units that has guts, which is basically like the
Survive
ability
with
to
1
not
HP.
die in one hit, yeah, to survive basically, is really gonna help you out. And who you want to have something like that would be really nice is CG Fina. She can help out. The reason why she's the only unit that I could think of that can not only raise, but with her latent ability, she can re-raise everybody at the same time. Raise and re-raise,
So
which is
yeah.
really helpful. Right? So if everybody dies from dots, they come back.
Yeah, and it resets them.
Yep.
I also abuse the poison. The poison is percentile damage. So each time you poison him, he's gonna be losing 10% or 10% of his HP every turn.
Yeah.
Until it wears out.
Yep.
I mean, it's also useful to use the dots too because they do good damage.
Yeah, dots do good damage, but at the same time, you're dealing with percentile damage here.
No, I know. I mean, I know what you're talking about, the poison, which it doesn't usually work, but it does in this case.
OG Tillith.
By the way, I'm also free to play, so don't worry about it.
I'm a
Catfish.
whale.
Right? So you gotta work with what you got.
Yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much everything for this week. Tomorrow we are going to be going over all of the new unit upgrades. But besides that, we'll be taking up some questions from you guys, as you guys were having some questions.
Yep. I hope you guys join us. We're on Discord at the moment. The links are below. Join and talk to us. And tomorrow, when we review those units, I hope you join us then too. Right? Because we're gonna go and ask your opinions on what you guys think about these updates. What do you think about the new units? You know, Laswell, Roberta, Kyla, Dean, Sakura. You know, we want to hear from you guys. But for right now, shoot us some questions about what you think about one, the trial, any of the Octo stuff. Are you guys going for any of those TMs? Did you get any trust containers? Moogle containers that you're gonna use?
Truthfully, also, a lot of the stuff that's going to be coming up is going to be a Pimp slap. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have quite a bit of content to do.
Yeah.
So
So,
be ready for next
um,
week because we're getting Morgana trial.
yep. Hopefully we get Morgana
If
back
it's
again.
ready. I mean, they said we were getting it this week, and it wasn't ready.
Yeah.
It always gets pushed a
But
week, you know.
that should be
Not
fun.
always.
That should be fun.
Dude, most of the time it's always a week.
Yeah, that's just those vengeance trials aren't overly difficult. The problem is having enough units to do it with, the 25 different units. Because, you can go bring your best team in and, crush it, and it's not that hard. But then it's when you're coming down to using your 20th unit, and you're like, okay.
By the way, welcome, Catfish. Thanks for joining the Discord.
Catfish and Devilfish Kenshi, thank you for the follow. Appreciate
But,
it.
I mean,
All right. So,
Oh my gosh.
for now, Panda, you can go over the questions about Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
I think Kuja and I will sign off for now,
Yeah, we'll
and
take over for here.
we'll see you guys tomorrow.